Record. Sweet. I think we're going. Can you hear me still?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. What's up, guys? Jenna Puzio here, founder of fillyourbooks.com, and I am here with one of our badass students, Julia. She is an owner of would we call it a massage therapy studio?
So we focus in like energy-based body work specifically. We don't offer massage, but similar.
Gotcha.
Like you could think of it, like the structure of the business is similar for sure.
Gotcha. Cool. So why don't you tell me more a little, because you have a really interesting business and I think it's really cool. So why don't you just tell us a bit about who you are, where you're from, what you do, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I'm Julia, obviously. I own a company called the Zen Den, which is based in Newport, Rhode Island. And we have 5 practitioners now. So I was a single practitioner. And, over the last number of years, I've kind of grown my team with some of my top students and then other energy workers that do different stuff. So now we offer like Thai massage, shiatsu, polarity therapy, craniosacral, and we all take an energetic approach to the body, which essentially means that we look to the energy first. So we do physically like go into the tissue, and there's so many indications like temperature, texture, quality of the tissue that give us information, but it's the energy that I'm interested in. It's the energy that I'm like looking to change and balance.
Gotcha.
So that's been really cool. And yeah, it's been kind of a crazy little ride with you guys. Obviously, I was a solo practitioner, and so I was really looking to shift the focus, like because my business had grown solely word of mouth, like I'd never run any ads previous. Maybe like I boosted a couple of Instagram posts, but other than that, nothing. So I had a lot of focus on like me personally, my calendar being like booked to the gills, taking a wait list, trying to kind of clients over to my other practitioners. I mean, Sherry and Rachel, they each have more than 20 years of experience. So like way more than, you know what I mean? Everyone is super qualified.
When did you bring on team members? Like when did you start doing that?
Yeah, so bit by bit. So I hired my top student, Megs, and then my fiance, Sean, has gone through half of the training that I offer. And so he has been on board for 2 years. But Megs and her husband used to own a restaurant downtown in Newport, a really badass one, actually. They like were rated top 10. Yep, they were rated top 10 Newport restaurants, which is really cool for them. But they ended up closing just because that was a lot of hustle and bustle. And so they're looking for a little bit more peace. So she pivoted and she works 4 days for us now. Sean works 4 days, I work 4 days, and then the other girls are part-time. So it's kind of added Sean and Megs probably by 2021. And then Rachel a year ago and Sherry 6 months ago.
Gotcha. So we have four people in total.
Yep. And then myself.
So 5. Yeah.
Yep. So I round out 5. And then we have 3 girls that share the office space with us that just work part-time because they have families. So we have 1 acupuncturist, 1 full spectrum doula, and then 1 holistic counselor, and they all work for themselves. So it doesn't run through the Zen Den, but we do share space. So that's cool.
So, I mean, that's a lot to go from being booked and busy on your own to now like, well, now I need to fill 5 people's schedule because they're relying on me.
Very different. And since everything was word of mouth referral, like if it's like, oh yeah, go see Julia, you know what I mean? Then people come in and they wanted to see me specifically. And so I was like, wait, no, like, see other girls that are like literally have 20 plus years experience. Like I've only been working for 11 years. So they're definitely like senior to me as far as like breadth of services, etc. So it's been really cool to advertise and bring in new eyes, you know what I mean? Get a ton of eyes on the business, and have people, just be really excited to come in, have no prior like knowledge of the Zen Den and have a really good experience.
Yeah, no, that's so sick. That's awesome. Walk me through what it was like. Cause I know everyone's probably like, well, I saw your ad first. That's always how this goes. Like when I talk to people, what was kind of that process like of what was the feeling that reached out to you that was like, I need to do something? And then what was the process like when you first kind of started with us?
Yeah, so I saw your ad and it just made the most sense because we've looked at hiring someone to do our marketing or whatever, but because what we do is so niche, it's not like come in, get a massage, you'll feel great. It's like, let us break down and like actually explain in short order, right? Like some of these services that we offer and like how they can benefit people. So I definitely needed help like getting really concise on who I was talking to, what I was saying. That seemed necessary. And then we looked at hiring a marketing agency. And then I was like, but then you just pay them every month and like I have no new skill.
Yeah.
Right. So that didn't seem that appealing. And I wasn't sure that they could like deliver the same quality of content because you'd have to like work with your hands on a body to know what's going on. You know what I mean? To like accurately tell people how it works. So that didn't seem like a good fit. When I started with Fill Your Books, honestly, it was like not a great time to take the program, right? Because we're like so busy. Summer in Newport is crazy. We're like a tourist destination. We had just moved to a new place, so like our house was chaos. The business had only been in that space for like 8 months, but I was like, let's just do it.
You
Sean was
also have
like,
toddlers, by the
okay.
way, for anybody watching. She's got kids running around too.
Yeah. We have a 5. He's just turned 6, so we have a 6 and a 1.5-year-old. So it'd always be like a baby popping on. I feel so sorry, I'm so sorry, but that's like when I had time to do it. But yeah, everything was really comprehensive. The videos were like easy to follow. I would just pause them, you know what I mean, step by step, go through, build the ads, rewatch something if I needed help. And you guys were great at like responding so quickly and having a live call Monday through Friday. So honestly, yeah, stoked, great experience. Like obviously would recommend.
Awesome. That's great. Well, now let's get into the fun numbers that you were sharing with me before we got
Yep.
on. First, your first successful ad. I mean, just walk me through, what was it like setting up that first ad and you booked like, what was it, like 10 clients in a day or something crazy? I forget.
More. Yeah, honestly, more. So I put up an ad that was just like juicy. You know what I mean? You guys really advocated for us to choose like the best looking video. And that week, 2 of my best friends had come in. So I took a full video of each of their sessions. And because we do something that is really specific, I put up something that was like really focused on low back, glutes, hips, and pelvis. And then I chose something else that we do that's really like special and you can't really find it. I put up a video for intraoral massage, which is like when we go in and we release the masseter, we release behind the wisdom teeth, like where the mandible sits into the skull, we release the upper palate, and then we balance the sphenoid. So it's cool. You don't see it often, you know what I mean? And people were like, whoa, what is this? And you can voice over, obviously, like with any other video. So I did a voiceover for that one. I did launch an ad where I was speaking to the camera, but again, like the bodywork ones have performed the best. So I kind of just tried my different audiences and whatever. And yeah, people want to see what they're getting. Like you can tell someone what you do in the most concise, clear, eloquent words, but we see stuff and we want it. So video is where
we're simple people.
Yes, we're simple folk.
What was your top month? Like, what was your monthly income for the space before
Previously?
where you at now? Yeah.
Before you guys, we would average kind of anywhere from like $11,000 to $14,000 in sales a month. I did pull in a bulk of that myself. Like my sales were anywhere from like 6 to 9.
Right.
So everyone else was still kind of like filling spaces in the calendar. They definitely weren't like booked from stem to stern. But yeah, we just had our like best month ever. We did $18,000 in sales for the month of October. It's not done yet, so that's even better. You know what I mean?
Money before the end of the month. I feel it.
So that's cool. And yeah, just like every month has increased slightly, which is great. And here we are. And I like sit back and be like, oh, look at them. They're doing such a good job.
And that's the awesome part is, you're getting to step back, which as an owner, I think one, not to step back just for the sake of stepping back, but to step back so you can actually run your business, right? I always say that's a full-time job in and of itself. And because I see whether you're a salon owner, spa owner, that's usually how it starts. You're a successful service provider. You're like, let me open this space, but then you're stuck in this limbo of, well, shit, I have an entire
business. Yeah. And
then how do I do both? So the fact that you are now getting that joy of being able to step away, see the fruits of your own labor, and also getting to help your team. I mean, what a beautiful thing.
It's the best.
It's the best. If you were speaking to an owner who was thinking about joining Fill Your Books, what would you tell them?
I would say, honestly, don't wait. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're so busy as business owners that you're like, oh, like maybe I'll have a little more time after the winter. Maybe I'll do it when my season is low, whatever. I would say, don't wait. You know what I mean? Like, why wait? Why not just get started? and learn what you can. Like if you commit to something, you can do it, you know, like not to say I didn't put my kids to bed and then like come back into the world and be like, okay, like now I'm on my computer. So you do have to carve out time regardless of how busy you are. But if you want to do it, you can do it. It doesn't take long, you
Yeah,
know, if you can commit yourself to like that idea that like, all right, I'm gonna just work a little extra hard for the next 3 months so that
yeah,
I can figure out a solution, right? Then you have a real solution to something instead of just like waiting.
exactly. I mean, 3 months of a little bit of time sacrifice and learning for the benefit of, I mean, almost you're at the point to doubling your monthly income.
Mhm.
I think is worth the
Yeah,
juices.
yeah, I would say it's worth it. Yeah. Just like
100%.
tune Netflix off, you know, whatever is like not imperative to your life, like you can make that choice.
Well, Julia, you're the best. I cannot wait to see the continued growth of Zenden. I love following you guys on social media, and it's so true. The stuff you guys do is so different and so cool. And I wish I lived in Newport so I can get my dog released because
Yeah.
that's delightful. But if you're in the area, follow them. It's at Zenden Newport, right?
Hmm.
Or even if you're not in
Yep,
the area, give them a follow because they have great inspiration for really
totally.
creative content.
And I have been inspired. So now I'm actually about to start doing some digital products. So
Nice.
like I just really like your business model. I love the way that you guys are doing stuff. And there's only so much I can do for a person working one-on-one with them. You know what I mean? So if I could do more, I don't know, it's kind of shifted my mindset. So I just bought a product that like teaches you how to build digital products.
Yeah.
So that's cool. It's good. I like to learn. I like to do new
Yeah.
stuff.
A forever student. That's the way that you continue to grow.
Yes.
We're never perfect. We're just always, in the direction of. So that's really, really great. Super inspiring. But if you're watching this and you're curious, head over to fillyourbooks.com, head over to our YouTube channel, search Fill Your Books. You can watch some more stories like Julia, or if you have a question, message me on Instagram at Jenna Puzio Hair. But hopefully you'll be our next Inner Circle student. So I'll see you guys there. Thank you again, Julia. I appreciate it.
Thank you.